welcome. Today is Saturday, the 30th of December, and the last energetic update for 2023. What can we say about 2023? How about that? But anyway. And 2024 is going to be that. One really positive one and one really fuck you one. But we are kind of ending the year on it is on a high note, even though it looks kind of ugly, because since Solstice in particular, there's been a lot of purging, and it's coming in the forms of like really sudden, inexplicable, violent, projectile vomiting and diarrhea. And then once you've done it, you're like, oh, I feel fine now. Or it's flu-like symptoms, very achy. But the message that has been received in a couple of different ways by a couple of different people on several different occasions is that we are in the process of being cleaned up. And this is one of those situations where, yeah, it's happening to you and for you. And we don't seem to have any say in this right now. But what's on the other side of this cleanup is awesome. It really is. I mean, I've heard some pretty embarrassing, and I've unfortunately witnessed one very embarrassing out in public. Wasn't me. Situation where this projectile from both ends hit somebody and completely out of the blue. It's not pleasant, but again, once it was over, I felt fine. I know some people started to feel this before solstice, so I reckon there's two reasons for that. One is there was a lot to be cleaned up, so you were like responding to the slightest of those energies that were coming in that really sort of opened up on solstice, or you're one of those super sensitive front runners. The good news is, I mean, well, the bad news is that it's probably going to get used as some sort of an excuse for a variant, but it's not that. Either was the process that started in 2020. But it's the next level of cleanup, and it feels like it's the final sweep of cleanup. And it's not just cleanup of our physical bodies, it's cleanup of our energetic, our history, our DNA, all of it. Just love being a front run. And the DNA, which is, I'm going to get myself all discombobulated, but our DNA switching on at the same time, our gifts, our superpowers, our whatever, they're all starting to switch on too. And that's to do with the energy that's coming in that we're talking about from the sacral coming up. Maybe that's what's responsible for this purging as well. Kind of feels, just doesn't quite feel one and the same. It's more concurrent. Yeah, I'm going to say concurrent. The other thing that seems to be happening is dizziness, but not your typical dizziness. It's a dizziness where you feel a pull to the left or to the right. And to me, that is absolute timeline, personal timeline shifts, adjustments on your path. And my interpretation is if you are falling to the right, east, in Rose's words, you're making these little adjustments towards the home timeline. If you're going to the left, it's away from that. And that could be that there are situations, people, circumstances that are trying to pull you out of your heart and pull you on that way. So just, if you are getting those dizzies where you're feeling pulled either way, just be mindful of that. And if you're going that way, if you're going left, back into your heart, back into your heart, back into your heart. Okay, this whole get in your heart, stay in your heart thing is, I mean, we are collectively going through a major heart activation. Everybody is. And these fluctuations that we're doing, it's because the truth, our memories, our keys, our gems, the truth is in our hearts. And when that conflicts with what the mind wants to think or the ego wants to believe, and I'm seeing this more in men than women, sorry, it's like they have these moments where they get into their heart and it's like, oh yeah, but I'm starting to feel the truth. I'm starting to feel it. And it's like, yeah, but my ego doesn't like that idea. And it's like, oh, retreat. So it's happening like this, sort of spend a little bit of time there until some sort of knowing starts to come through. And then it's like, oh shit. Because when you get in there and you stay in there, it seems to result in ego death. The death of the virus, the mind virus. And it's clinging on for all it's got, which is not much anymore, but it's still enough to just pop us out every now and then. The sickness, going back for a second, the sickness did seem to start from my observation with women. And it's only been in the last 2-3 days maybe that the men are starting to get sick. So I'm keen to hear if anyone's noticed the same thing. Thank you, Ariane. And you get it, yeah, okay. Oh, interesting. Whoever's on iPhone. Whoever's on iPhone, you should be able to change and let us know who you are. Yeah, the right eye. Someone mentioned the right eye. There are, because to me, like I said, everything right-sided is home-based, truth-based. There are lots of overlays on the right eye so that you cannot see that path. You cannot feel that path. You cannot, and they're being removed too. It's like we're all in triage, honestly, right now. Where am I? Oh, Wednesday. Wednesday night, White Dragon showed up for me energetically. And she wasn't alone. She brought in, like, I think about 12, yeah, funnily enough, grandmothers. They were just the grandmothers. And they pumped this incredibly beautiful energy right through me, right through everything. And it was this maternal, nurturing, but strong, real matriarch kind of energy. And it was like they just went, blew it everywhere. And then I found myself kind of automatic writing because the White Dragon was talking to me. I had to look at it the next day because I had no idea what I'd written. But she said, the gates are open and ready. That all we are waiting for, as in them, is for there are key individuals or particular individuals who need to access their keys. And that she is working with them directly to break through the mind virus, to reconnect them with themselves. Don't worry, I will get through. Love, Mother. It was just so beautiful.
Hi, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you're interested in the full 1.5 hour conversation, link is in the description. And if not, I'll see you next time. Bye for now.